fed us. We got a theater full of vampires. We got war-torn Europe. We got stage actors. We got flying vampires. We got a hurricane. We've got an unspoken scene that nobody knows what was said. We have 2 tragic losses. I know. We have at least 1 massive betrayal. And we had 1 season that we will never forget. So how do you top season 2? You bring in the rock star. This brand new season, the Vampire Lestat, gives us Lestat's rock star era, the good, the bad, the ugly, the bloody. It introduces us to some incredible new characters. I have no idea what that is. We're going on tour. We're getting a ton of music. We're getting a ton of shirtless Sam Reid. I knew you'd like that. So brace yourselves. And I am going to bring them out. I'm going to ask you to show them a warm, lovely welcome, as you have. And I'm going to warn my audiologist that I'm going to need to talk to him on Monday. We've got our executive producer overseeing the Anne Rice Immortal Universe again, Mark Johnson. Who's over there? Yeah. We have, and this is my favorite, this is her first time on stage with the gang. We've got executive producer and writer Hannah Moscovich. Will you please scream for me and for Lestat, Mr. Sam Reid, Mr. Louis Dupont-Dulac, Jacob Anderson, the mother of all of them, Gabriella Jennifer Ehle, Eric Bogosian back as Daniel Malloy, and you wanted him back in San Diego, and we got him today, Assad Zaman as Armand.
Damn, I was hoping they'd be excited.
I know. All right, so good to see you guys.
We couldn't hear a thing.
Not a thing.
That's
Sorry
why we didn't.
About that. Yeah, I was just like working off this, and I'm like, I think something's happening. You guys are amazing again. All right, so Sam, let's first just jump right into it. Why do you think, now that you have played this guy for so long and you've been surrounded by these characters, why are these characters becoming so important to people?
Oh, well, it's nice to think that they are becoming important to people. That's a nice thing to think about just to begin with. I guess because they're like, it's so fucked up. You know, like it's so extreme. I hope this person doesn't mind me saying this. And I won't say their name, but somebody came up to me at the start of the year and said, I just want to say thank you. This show has reminded me that I can feel again. And I think it's kind of like, you know, and this is a big credit to Hannah and Roland, is the extremities in which we get to go to and the situations that we're put in as actors and, you know, watching the show unfold and the characters sort of unfold. it's kind of a wild abandon, you know. We can go up there and, you know, 95% of the time just make absolute fools of ourselves. But, you know, like I think we've got the audience behind us, hopefully most of the time. And we can make a fool on your behalf, and you know, we can laugh and cry about it together. So yeah, I think hopefully that's.
And Jacob, Louise, I own the night.
It's a very common name, guys.
Yes, I own the night. It's a total mic drop. Seriously, what is that? I'm like, we may be flooding right now. The I Own the Night is such a great setup for wherever this guy is about to become. What can you tell us about him when we pick up?
You can only own the night for so long, right? I feel like Louis is at a really moving, beautiful place at the end of season 2. I think that's all real, and I think he's found like a sense of being in the present. However, I'm stealing this from Hannah. She said this earlier. I thought it was amazing that like you can put the dress on the wall, you can put the portrait on the wall, but ultimately his child died. And that's not something you just get over. So yeah, there's a lot of really exciting Louis de Pointe-du-Lac invention this season from Hannah and Rollin, and I don't want to ruin any of it because it's really fucked up.
But in like the absolute Anne Rice-iest way.
Yeah. And
now Eric, where's Eric? There we go. You moved. You are now, as we talked about in the previous panel, you're now a vampire. You're a new vampire. So how is he assimilating to this? How's he handling this?
It's not easy. You become a vampire at different stages in your life. In my case, it's very late in life. So there's a lot of Daniel as human being in Daniel. And this struggles with these new powers he gets. And also, Daniel wasn't if you go all the way back to the very first moments of our series, Daniel's a kind of a grumpy guy hanging around his house in his socks, watching TV, pissed off. So he's kind of a pissed off guy. And so now pissed off guys with power can be dangerous. And so that's sort of what happens. It's, what does Lestat call it? Traumatic something.
Transformational trauma.
Transformational trauma.
Is that a song title?
I beg your pardon?
Okay.
That's from season 3. It's a spoiler.
Yeah. All right. Now, Assad. Such a troublemaker.
Did you hear that, Sam?
I'm screaming inside. I just can't stop myself from screaming too. I just sit there silently.
Armand caused so much shit last season. He broke Louis' heart. The ultimate betrayal with Claudia. So much. It destroyed the house. You guys destroyed the apartment.
I'll talk to him. I'll have a word with him.
But how do you feel about him being daddy to Daniel? Because I've already seen the fan art.
I have to be honest, that's the first time I've I've heard it referred to as Daddy, and I like it. We can keep that, right? Can we keep that, Eric? He likes it too.
But how?
Sorry, I didn't even listen to your question. I just heard.
He's a bad daddy.
Oh, he was a bad boyfriend. What is the dynamic between these two? Because he ruined everything for you, but also you deserved it. So.
It's I'm trying to figure out a way to talk about it without revealing too much, because where we left them last season.
You know when a little kid,
Barrick's gonna do it for
you
me.
know when a little kid has like a stuffed animal when they're very small, and they just drag it around for like years and years, and it only has one eye after a while, and it's all torn up, and that's his approach to Daniel.
So some people would say those toys were well loved.
Yeah.
What he thinks of as love. That's his idea of love.
It's tattered, it's broken, but it's mine.
Okay.
All right, Mark. So there's I have to get this back on track because I think there might be children here.
I haven't heard a word you said.
There's so much of a tone shift with this season because of the music world that you're entering. How has that been basically hitting restart on the show and adding all of this stuff with Daniel Hart and the recordings and the having to film performance scenes?
What Roland and Hannah and this cast have come up with in this season is so unpredictable and so surprising. On one hand, it makes total sense. These are the characters we know and we love, but it is the most, somebody just described it as the most fucked up. It's the most surprising. It reminds me of those movies that have just changed my way of looking at things. And this is, it's so majestic and so wild and unexpected and jaw-dropping and funny and, yes, like the first two, really romantic.
All right. Okay. Now, Jennifer, welcome to the family. When it was announced at San Diego that you were coming in as Gabriella, people went nuts. This is Lestat's mother. This is a woman who has been described as chaotic. This is a woman who's near death at one point, and then she's also really problematic. What can you tell us about her, and why the Gabriella versus Gabrielle?
Well, the Gabriella versus Gabrielle, I don't know. Roland just texted me and said, she's Italian. Shouldn't it be Gabriella? And I said, sure. So that's how that happened. I don't know. But, yeah, chaotic. I guess. I mean, she kind of creates chaos. She kind of thrives in creating it. I think she's had so little agency in her life, and she was married at 15 to somebody she didn't choose, and he was horrible, and she had no hope. But she had this boy, and she kind of, I think, had her hopes in him in a really fucked up way. Several really fucked up ways. But yes. And then she becomes a vampire, and she's liberated and has power in a way that she never would have dreamt of. Or I think she did dream of, but it seemed impossible.
And Sam earlier today described her as a stick of dynamite.
That's a good. I like that.
I didn't call you a stick of dynamite. I just called you dynamite.
Dynamite. Absolutely, just all dynamite. How is
at least
how
a
would
bundle?
How would you describe their dynamic?
Really fucked up.
Yeah.
Our dynamic?
Yeah.
Gabriella and
Yeah.
Lestat? Whoa. I actually ask myself that question every day. I feel like, Hannah, we're having that conversation every day. I'm like, what is this dynamic? And it is as complicated as you could possibly imagine. And, you know, the wonderful thing that is very present in the books, and something that's perhaps something that Hannah can speak to more than me, is this kind of attempt at going, but I'm a vampire, so everything's kind of fine. Like, because, you know, and, well, you know, because I'm a monster, and I'm a monster, and that's fine. And, you know, there's this thing about, you know, well, the longer you live, the closer you become to who you really are, you know? And I guess the dynamic is, there is a fundamental, you know, relationship that is the core of who they are, but they also are a lot of other things as well.
Just leave it at that for right now. Jacob, do you get to meet her?
Do I get to what?
Does Louis meet Gabriella? Because I'm wondering if
Have we met?
Hi, I'm Jennifer.
Hi, Jacob.
Nice to meet you.
Because I would imagine it would be like, oh, that explains a lot. Once he meets him. Like, oh, I get him now. Hannah, what can you tell us?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah. So Hannah, because we've talked about this as well. I was on set watching a scene, which, by the way, I don't think this is spoiling anything, but we'll finally get some characters who've never really met or talked to each other interacting a lot this season, which is wild to watch. Trust me. But the book, The Vampire Lestat, does not have a lot of modern storytelling. It's a lot of the backstory. So you got to create the story, the modern story of the season. How did you decide, because there's so many things that are referenced later on in books or in past books, like how did you go about picking and choosing which portions of Lestat's life and Gabriella's life and Louis' life to bring into this one?
For me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so we pulled from a number of books in order to make this season. I think you were there when we were pulling from other books as well, like one of those days. But yeah, we pulled from Merrick.
Yeah.
And we pulled from The Vampire Armand. And Queen of the Damned. But in terms of how we chose which pieces of The Vampire Lestat to use this season, so because we're running it through the subjectivity of Lestat, it has to do with what he wants to remember, what he's willing to remember, and then what memories are going to come for him, whether he likes it or not.
Yeah. Okay. And there's also there is an arc that people have been dying for involving Daniel and I'm assuming that we should expect to see some minions. All right. We'll just leave it at that. And in fact, instead, we'll try to pick as many clues as we can from this exclusive extended look. At the Vampire Lestat. So let's run that right now. Yeah. Okay. So I think they're excited.
That's all right.
Sam, this seems like it was a lot of physical work for you. We appreciate that. How has it been? Because becoming a singer, like becoming a rock star and doing all of that, your schedule and your process has got to have been incredibly intense.
But it's really fun. Like it's exhausting. And I would be lying if I said like we shoot this show quite fast. For the amount, as you can see, like there's a lot to fill in the amount of time, but it is so much fun to get like drenched in blood and sing a rock anthem or fly through the sky and sing a ballad, like have smoke and horses and fangs and eyes and stunt rigs and explosions and every day is something, but it's so exciting. And I think Jennifer said this to me the other day, like you feel like a little kid on set. I mean, so you're just having the best time of your life. So yeah.
She looks like she's having a good time. Like, she might be the first one who really enjoys being a vampire.
I love it.
Yeah.
Really
She's getting hers. Yeah. Jacob and Eric, I love the opening of that clip because we are having that reckoning of what the book presented. And because season 1 and 2 were your point of view, but it's being filtered through his writing. So what did you learn about Louis in this 3rd season based on what he was presented in as the book?
Lies. More lies. It's interesting. It's interesting, their dynamic this season, because the book was released without Louis' consent. Mm-hmm. I wish Louis had learned about the cloud before setting fire to a physical laptop. It might have helped. But yeah, I think it sets up a really interesting dynamic between them because ultimately Louis trusted Daniel and Daniel trusted Louis and Louis didn't stop him from being killed and resurrected. So there's like I'm too tired to not like just give away the whole plot.
They literally flew in, like Assad literally flew in about an hour ago. We appreciate it, yes. He has some explaining to do. When we come back, where is his relationship with Louis?
I think the more important question for me going into this season was where's his relationship with himself? And that informs how everyone else fits around it or doesn't.
And Hannah and Mark, so the book is written before the idea of a throuple was a thing. So it's very easy to be like, oh, it's a love triangle. One has to go with the other. Was there ever a discussion in the writer's room of like, let's just put them all together?
No.
Of all of the things you guys have come up with, nobody was like, oh yeah, threesome.
Why? I'm like, I don't think anyone likes each other very much right now.
Same side of the coin, you know? Do any of us? How fun is it, though, for you now to get to write these characters in such a new world?
Oh my God, it's such a huge pleasure because this season reinvents them so completely, and the season itself is so radical because we've changed lead character, and so the whole story is run through a different perspective now, and it's informed. Like we had a moody existentialist.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
And now we have like
Maximalist.
And now we have a train wreck,
Yeah.
a hurricane, a hot hurricane.
A hot hurricane.
And so it's just a really different way to write. Yeah.
Which has got to be super fun because that was a totally different Louis than we'd seen before.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And also, so in addition to Jennifer and a couple other people that have been announced, there are some characters that you want to talk about, right, Mark?
Akasha. This has taken a while, but an actress named Sheila Atim is going to play Akasha. And then I don't think it's been announced, but it's very important that everybody know that Lestat's inspired band is made up of Noah Reid, Ryan Katner, Seamus Patterson, and the very funny and talented Sarah Schweier.
All right. So I have a bunch of other questions, but I want to let you guys have some questions because they never get to have audience questions. So be careful. Oh my God, Lord alive. Oh my God. All right, so let's start this real fast because we've got a clock ticking us down. So let's start right here.
I'm going first.
You're going first.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lally, and I am from the Bronx by way of Jersey. Okay, I didn't think I would be first question. I'm so sorry, I'm nervous. So I am a social worker, and I'm going to check in on all of your mental health and ask you how you're doing. Also, holding characters who hold a lot of trauma and pain, how do you find your comfort to find their qualities that allow you to portray them as likable and dynamic, but also as you as humans take care of yourself and create safe boundaries for the material, and also from a fandom that at times can be overwhelming and
We got
very,
8 minutes.
very loud. I hear you. One last thing I just want to say, because I'll never get another opportunity to say this. Jacob, I work on a crisis hotline for teens, and I just want to say thank you for your music because it helps people stay. And it saves lives. Thank you.
Thank you. That's really nice. Thank you. I'll say that to your point, I think, and it's because Hannah and Rollin and the writers care about what they're doing and care about the characters. I've found Louis really cathartic, like in all of his complication. I think he's really helped me actually to work through lots of different things, not because we're the same, but I think, I don't want to speak for everybody here, but I think we don't try and make the characters likable. I think we just care about them and see them as human.
Full picture.
Yeah, I think everybody cares. Everyone really cares very deeply about these characters. And I think that's how you keep it safe for yourself as well.
You know, as writers, I think we try to tell the truth about what it's like to be human. Yeah, we just try to tell the truth in all its complexity and fucked upness. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Lisa. I have a question for the actors. If you could describe your character's arc within season 3 in one word, what would it be?
Why don't you start on this end, Quinn?
Hungry.
Revenge.
Just one. Gosh. Empowering, manipulative. I don't know. I can't. I could go on. Yes.
Unresolved.
Failure.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm from South Carolina, and my question is for Sam. So, in season 1 and 2, we got Louis' version of Lestat and a little bit of Armand's version as well. And now with season 3, we have Lestat's version of Lestat. So, what has it been like playing all of these different versions of the same character?
Yeah, you know, we don't. I think you think about it at the very beginning, where you're like, "Is this scene real or is this not?" And then you kind of work it out from there. But when you're in the moment, you just got to play the scene for the moment, because you need to commit. Or if you don't commit fully, then you kind of like ruin the scene in a way. Because like this didn't happen, even though I know that sometimes that's a bit annoying that we talk about it. But you know, so I think, you know, I loved Armand's Lestat. I just like the swashbuckling and the romance of it all, and the kind of assholeness of it all, and and obviously Louis, you know, there's this like. You know, he's processing a breakup, and it's taking a long time to get through it. So, you know, you're remembering the worst parts of that relationship, with, you know, things that you can't forget and you wish you could. I think Lestat playing himself as his own version. It's not a version. It's not his version. There is a version where he's like, this is what I am, and he's presenting. But he's always performative. So that is the character. He's always performing something, but he can't escape what he is, and who he truly is. So the curtain gets dropped all the time. And yes, I say this a lot, but it's really fun to make this kind of very arch character that's like has a lot of you know, performative elements to it, and then go, what happens when we just take it all away, and what's underneath, and who is there? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gina. Okay, so I love all the relationships in the show, but I love Lestat and Armand. Can you guys give us a hint of like them in the past and maybe the present as well?
A hint.
Talk about it.
A hint. Oh, I don't want to give it away. You've got so long until it comes out.
Don't
How about that? You're gonna get it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're a great dynamic. My favorite thing about this, about Lestat and Armand, is just like how different they are, and yet they have such an innate understanding of each other. And so I think that's kind of, you know, I find it's such an interesting relationship. And, you know, what do you think about it?
I don't know. Watch it. You'll see some.
You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, you won't.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, is it my turn? Okay. Hi, I'm Ling from Seattle. I guess my question for the actors is, what was your favorite location to film scenes at for this season?
Location. Look, we shoot on physical sets that people have made. Extraordinary rooms that are designed down to the thread on the floor. Like, it's just thread on the floor. I'm so tired. The patterns on the floor. You know what I mean? I think, to be honest, there are some incredible sets. So the locations are made up places, which are beautiful. I can't wait for you to see them.
Lestat's tour bus is
the
insane.
bus is amazing.
The inside of the tour bus.
Yeah.
Tour bus.
Yeah.
All right. We have time for one last one because we're down to 27 seconds, so go ahead. Sorry.
So, I'm Laurie. Hi. I came all the way from France to see you, so hello. And this is Kendra. She's from Boston, and she's my friend, and she's going to ask the question.
Okay, yeah. I'm Kendra from Boston. My question is, if you could, as vampires, if you could choose a fictional character from any universe to, kill, eat, who would you choose?
There's one or two from this universe that I would quite gladly.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Yeah. Why must they be fictional? Yeah.
Oh, God. Do you guys have any fictional characters you'd want to turn into vampires?
The only person I want to kill isn't fictional.
Just to be clear as well, those people, they wouldn't be turned into vampires that we're referring to.
You have to be killed by a vampire. In terms of fictional characters, just to take it lighter, I wouldn't mind knowing what a Simpson tastes like.
Right? Probably not great.
Yeah.
All right, so on that, I have to wrap it because it's so weird.
I'm sorry,
can I
just a gift real quick?
Oh, we got a gift?
Yeah. Can I give a gift to Assad, please?
Oh. Thank you. That's sweet. Our little gremlin got a gift. And so with that, I do have to wrap. I'm so sorry, you guys. I need to thank you guys so much for an incredible panel. 2026 cannot get here fast enough. Everyone, give it up for the